I don't know about you, but I'm used to when people legally certify that they're going to do something, that they do it. But I think that this was clearly a mistake in retrospect.
Was it putting too much trust in developers?
I mean, I think it did. And that's why, we need to make sure that we don't make that mistake ever again.
And through this having and giving and sharing and receiving, we too can share and love and have and receive.
Because we have to make money. I mean, we have 400 employees, and we have to support all that and make a profit.
Facebooking their classmates to connect with them or just get more information about them.
It's a service that people are sharing really personal and intimate information on. And it's the shared kind of goal to help connect everyone in the world. Mm-hmm. That made it so people were comfortable sharing information that they probably wouldn't otherwise, which made it useful in the long term for people to look up information about other people. That it just makes it so that we can really enhance the experience and target stuff towards those people in ways that no one else has really been able to do before. Okay, 10 years from now, people are going to be sharing 1,000 times as much stuff a day. If this trend continues, what's the biggest trend that was going on right now was that more and more information was becoming available. But the thing that mattered the most to people, which was other people and understanding what's going on with them, we use things like Facebook to share news and catch up with our friends, but they're going to use it to decide what kind of government they want. Support some basic information so you can look up anyone and find some interesting stuff about them. So our new mission is to bring the world closer together. My top priority has always been our social mission of connecting people, building community, and bringing the world closer together. We really listened to what our users wanted.
Mistakes or, false starts or things that have to do with privacy where companies have had to recharge.
We take privacy extremely seriously. We have rejected a lot of apps that want to take a lot of your personal data and suck it up into the cloud.
In December, Farouk and his wife killed 14 and injured 22 others in San Bernardino. The two were killed in a shootout with police. FBI Director James Comey recently revealed the agency has been unable to access data on Farouk's phone.
We still have one of those killer's phones that we have not been able to open. Right? It's been over 2 months now. We're still working on it.
Because what the government is asking for in this case is a bridge too far. It's an unprecedented demand that Apple not just give the government information it has, but that Apple write software that hacks into one of its users' phones.
What happens sometimes, though, is some people submit an app that they say does one thing but really does something else. They try to hide it from us. They get very clever about that. They try to hide it from us, and we find it, we reject it, and they run to the press, and they tell the press the story about oppression, and it gets written up, and they get their 15 minutes of fame because they hope it will convince us to change our minds. We're learning as fast as we can. We're changing the rules when it makes sense, but we think it made sense to have a rule that said, you can't defame people. We were able to change the rules of the game, and that's what got us excited about getting into the phone business.
A goal of yours or anything that's important to you?
Well, we have a lot of goals with it, but one of my beliefs very strongly is that any democracy depends on a free, healthy press.
One theme that we want to ask everybody here, and one speaker at great length, is privacy. There seems to be this...
Sorry, Mark.
Sorry, I don't know if Mark's here, but... hey, Mark.
And their software is sending out information about the device and about its geolocation and other things back to Flurry. No customer has ever asked about this. It's violating every rule in our privacy policy with our developers. And we went through the roof about this. So we said, no, we're not going to allow this. This is violating our privacy policies, and it's pissing us off that they're publishing data about our new products. So we said that we're only going to allow these analytics that don't give device information and that are solely for the purposes of advertising. Solely for the purposes of advertising. But they can't send data out to an analytics firm who's going to sell it to make money and publish it to tell everybody that we have devices in our campus that we don't want people to know about. That we don't need to do. Okay. Is that clear? There's no excuse for them not asking the customer whether it's appropriate to send that personal, private data to an analytics firm, which they were not doing. And secondly, after we calm down from being pissed off, then we're willing to talk to some of these analytics firms. But it's not today.
He's good. He's doing good.
But today, when we look around, our society is still very divided. Right? So now I believe that we have a responsibility to do even more. Right? Not simply connect the world, but also work to bring the world closer together.
Things in general, when they start to fix them, get worse before they get better. That's what I'm told.